What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into surviving a blackout. We're not just going to talk about the doom and gloom of power outages. We're going to equip you with the knowledge, tools, and shopping list to not just survive a blackout, but to absolutely crush it. So buckle up, grab a pen and paper because we're about to break down everything you need to stock up on before the lights go out. Get ready to become a blackout prepping legend. Alright, first things first, let's talk about the MVP of blackout survival: water. When the grid goes down, water becomes your most valuable resource. It's not just about quenching your thirst, it's about maintaining your health and hygiene. You can go without food for a surprisingly long time, but water is a non-negotiable. Dehydration can set in quickly, and it can be dangerous. That's why having a reliable water supply is crucial. You're going to want to aim for at least 1 gallon of water per person per day. This isn't just for drinking. It includes water for cooking and basic hygiene. Factor in cooking, washing dishes, and not smelling like a dumpster fire. You're going to want extra. Think about how much water you use daily and plan accordingly. A good rule of thumb is to have enough water on hand to last you and your family for a minimum of 3 days. But honestly, the more, the better. You never know how long an outage might last. Trust me, when the power's out and the faucet's drier than a popcorn fart, you'll be thanking me. It's a small investment for a huge payoff in comfort and safety. Plus, stocking up on water is like an investment in your peace of mind. Knowing you have enough water to get through an emergency can reduce stress and help you focus on other important tasks. Okay, so we've got the hydration situation on lock. Now let's talk about keeping those hunger pangs at bay. Think non-perishable, shelf-stable foods that'll survive a zombie apocalypse, let alone a power outage. First up, canned goods are your best friend. We're talking beans, soups, veggies, fruits, tuna, chicken, the whole 9 yards. Next, let's not forget about our friends, the carbohydrates. Crackers, granola bars, dried fruit, nuts, and trail mix are all excellent options to keep your energy levels up. And of course, no blackout pantry is complete without some comfort food. Remember, this is about more than just sustenance. It's about maintaining a sense of normalcy and comfort. Alright, we've got the essentials covered. The basics like water, non-perishable food, and batteries. But surviving a blackout isn't just about getting by. It's about making the experience as pleasant as possible. Now let's talk about the little things. The creature comforts that can turn a blackout from bearable to downright enjoyable. First up, coffee. For many of us, coffee is a daily ritual that we can't live without. Instant coffee is a great option, or if you're a coffee snob like me, a French press will be your best friend. The aroma and taste of freshly brewed coffee can be a comforting and familiar presence in an otherwise uncertain time. Next, consider things like books, magazines, or board games. These are not just distractions. They are ways to engage your mind and bond with those around you. These are great ways to pass the time and keep your mind off the lack of Netflix. Reading a good book can transport you to another world, while board games can bring out the competitive spirit and laughter in everyone. Trust me, a little analog entertainment goes a long way when you're living unplugged. It's a chance to reconnect with simpler pleasures and with each other. Candles, for example, not only provide light, but also create a cozy and relaxing atmosphere. The soft glow of candlelight can make any room feel warm and inviting. Remember, it's the little things that make a big difference when you're dealing with an unexpected power outage. So, stock up on your favorite creature comforts and turn a blackout into a memorable, even enjoyable experience. Okay, with the snacks and entertainment sorted, let's talk about illumination. Because stumbling around in the pitch black is a one-way ticket to stubbed toes and a bruised ego. First and foremost, you need flashlights. And not just those dinky keychain ones. We're talking heavy-duty tactical flashlights that could signal Batman. Get one for every member of the family, and don't forget to stock up on extra batteries. Now, for the ultimate blackout flex lanterns. These bad boys can light up an entire room and run for hours on a single tank of fuel. Alright, let's talk about staying connected, because let's face it, in this day and age, a dead phone can feel like a fate worse than a blackout itself. First up, a portable power bank is a must-have. Make sure it's fully charged before the lights go out, and boom, you've got juice for your phone, tablet, or any other essential electronics. Now, while your phone might keep you entertained, it's useless for getting vital information if cell towers are down. That's where a hand-crank weather radio comes in. And here's a pro tip. Consider a solar-powered charger, because in a blackout, information is power. Okay, so we've covered the basics of survival. Now let's talk about staying comfortable, because a blackout in the middle of summer can feel like stepping into a sauna from hell. If you live in a particularly warm climate, a battery-powered fan is a lifesaver. It won't cool down the entire house, but it can make a world of difference when you're trying to sleep in a stuffy room. Now, if you really want to up your blackout game, consider investing in a portable power station. And here's a low-tech solution that's surprisingly effective. Cold showers. Remember, staying cool during a blackout is about more than just comfort. It's about safety. All right, let's talk about saving your precious perishable food from a premature demise. Whether it's a sudden blackout or just trying to extend the life of your groceries, there are some simple yet effective strategies you can use. First things first. If you know a blackout is coming, try to freeze as much of your perishable food as possible. This includes meats, dairy products, and even some fruits and vegetables. Freezing these items will help preserve their freshness and nutritional value. This will buy you some extra time and prevent things from going bad too quickly. Remember, a well-stocked freezer can keep food safe for up to 48 hours if it's full, and about 24 hours if it's half full. Next, coolers are your new best friend. They are incredibly versatile and can be used in a variety of situations, from camping trips to emergency blackouts. Fill them up with ice packs or bags of ice and use them to store your most perishable items. This is especially useful for items like dairy, meat, and seafood, which can spoil quickly if not kept cold. And here's a pro tip. Don't open the fridge or freezer unless you absolutely have to. Each time you open the door, you let out cold air, which can significantly reduce the time your food stays safe. A little bit of planning and preparation can go a long way in preventing food waste and saving you money in the long run. Make a list of your most perishable items and prioritize them. Organize your fridge and freezer so you can easily access what you need without keeping the door open for too long. Alright, let's get real for a second. Power outages and food safety go together about as well as pineapple on pizza. First and foremost, when the power goes out, your refrigerator is basically living on borrowed time. The general rule of thumb is that a fridge can keep food safely cold for about 4 hours if you keep the door closed. Your freezer, on the other hand, is a bit more forgiving. Just remember, every time you open the door, you're letting out cold air, so try to resist the urge to raid the frozen pizza stash every 5 minutes. When in doubt, throw it out. Don't take any chances with your health. Okay, so the power's out, your stomach's rumbling, and you're starting to eye that can of cold beans with a mixture of desperation and despair. But hold on, my friend, because a blackout doesn't have to mean resorting to culinary barbarism. First up, if you've got a gas stove, congratulations, you've hit the culinary jackpot. Just make sure you have matches or a lighter on hand to ignite the burner. Now, for those of us who don't have the luxury of a gas stove, a camping stove is a worthy investment. And if you're feeling really adventurous, why not embrace the power of the sun with a solar oven? Alright, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic: injuries. Okay, maybe not everyone's favorite, but definitely something you want to be prepared for, especially during a blackout. First things first, a well-stocked first aid kit is non-negotiable. We're talking bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, gauze, the whole 9 yards. You can buy a pre-assembled kit, or you can channel your inner DIY guru and create your own. Brush up on your basic first aid skills, like how to clean and bandage a wound, treat a burn, or perform CPR. And here's a pro tip: keep a separate first aid kit in your car. Alright, let's talk about hygiene. Because let's face it, even during a blackout, nobody wants to feel like they're living in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. First up, hand sanitizer. Next, wet wipes. These are a lifesaver for everything from cleaning sticky hands to freshening up when a shower isn't an option. And don't forget about the bathroom situation. That's why it's a good idea to have a plan B, like a camping toilet or some heavy-duty garbage bags. Alright, we've covered the essentials of survival, but let's be real, a prolonged blackout can get boring fast. So let's talk about how to keep yourself entertained when the lights go out and the internet goes dark. First up, Board games, they're a classic for a reason. Gather your family or roommates, break out the Monopoly or Scrabble, and let the good times roll. Next, books. Remember those? They're like Netflix, but on paper. And if all else fails, there's always the old-fashioned art of conversation. And there you have it, folks. Your comprehensive guide to not just surviving a blackout, but absolutely rocking it. Remember, a little preparation goes a long way, and with the right supplies and mindset, you can turn a potential disaster into an adventure. Don't forget to share your own blackout preparation tips in the comments section below. For more resources and information on emergency preparedness, check out the links in the description. Stay safe, stay prepared, and until next time, keep those lights shining bright.